Hey YouTube, it's your girl Chic from Chic Say What. I am coming on today to talk about Nicki Minaj. Her name's been just floating in the media a lot lately, you know, just dealing with different things, whether it be pertaining to her husband, Kenneth Petty, and past cases or pending cases pertaining to his shaky background. Um, it seemed like I learned recently, I guess she changed management companies. So she's now she's under a new manager. What's they say? She's now managed by Wasim Sal Slaby, who manages The Weeknd, Doja Cat, Brandy, and others. And then now this whole situation with the jab and her putting a tweet out about her hesitations or reservations that she has about taking it. So, like I said, it's just been a lot going on with her in the media. But I wanted to just get into it today. I mainly just want to focus on uh, her invite. Well, here's the thing. From my understanding, it was said that she was invited to the White House. But as I'm researching, or when I was researching this, I came across some articles that talked about her being offered a phone call to speak with someone, to speak with a doctor. Um, I guess, that's works for the White House. So I'm not quite clear on if whether or not she really was actually invited to go to the White House um, or if it's just, sis, we'll give you a phone call and we can get your questions answered so you can go ahead and get off Twitter and stop spreading your opinions. So I don't really know what the deal is. I have some articles, some things that I'll share. Anyone who is on at this time, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I go live. But we're going to get into it. I have some articles that I want to share pertaining to the matter. And I just want to talk about just, I would really like to know just different people's different opinions on how they feel about as far as what Nicki Minaj stands on just speaking out. I took it as just her speaking out from, expressing her concerns, her not really encouraging someone to go one way or the other, but her just letting it be known of her concerns on a public platform. Now, why she chose to do that, I don't know. I don't recall ever hearing her talk about things pertaining to her medical records or her health concerns or anything like that before on a platform. But needless to say, she got out there and just, voiced her opinion. And now, today we're here to talk about just all that has come about as a result of her doing that. Starting with the news journalist Joy Reid, who, she called out Nicki Minaj for speaking out on her large platform pertaining to the jab. So, as a result, of course, Nicki clapped back and kind of responded to her and basically told her to have several seats. So we're going to get into it. Let me share my screen. I'm going to share my screen. And first, I'm going to share this screen, share my screen about, I guess, Joy. This is kind of what jump started a lot of this when Nicki kind of put a post out and then Joy Reid felt the need to respond. So let me show you that. Let's see. Okay. So here we are on Yahoo. This is news.yahoo.com. Joy Reid responds to Nicki Minaj call out in a teachable moment. So it says in MSNBC host Joy Reid made her first public remarks following fiery tweets sent her way from the rap superstar. MSNBC host Joy Reid made her first public remarks following her fiery messages aimed her way on Twitter from rap superstar Nicki Minaj on her show The Reid Out on Tuesday night. As previously reported, Minaj noted that she was still researching the jab in a series of viral tweets earlier this week. In one tweet, Nicki Minaj suggested that family and friends have become impotent after taking the jab. So I'm just saying the jab. I don't want any issues on YouTube. You know how it goes when you use certain code words. It says, responding to Minaj's final tweets, Reid accused the rapper of encouraging the Black community not to get the jab, which Minaj replied that Reid was thirsty for jumping to spread a false narrative about a Black woman. Then she goes on to say, for you to use your platform to encourage our community to not protect themselves and save their lives. As a fan, I am so sad that you did that, said Reid on her Monday night show of The Reid Out. This is what happens when you're so thirsty to down another Black woman by the request of the white man, and that you didn't bother to read all my tweets. My god sister, do better. Imagine getting your dumb A on TV a minute after a tweet to spread a false narrative about Black women, Minaj said in response. Why would they bother to read when the lie is so juicy and provocative and got her dumb A on TV? They got someone with Black skin for a reason. They always use us against us. So that's what Nicki had to say about Joy Reid, expressing her opinions of her tweet live on her show. It also says essentially she made public her own vaccine deliberation, which according to trusted friends is a better way to describe the vaccine hesitancy, which, by the way, is not the same thing as refusal, Reid told her viewers on Tuesday. But by doing, Nicki also used her social media platform and her 22 million Twitter followers to cast doubt on the vaccine to a heavily Black audience. Needless to say, both my comments and her series of infuriated responses went viral. So here it is. Reid responds to Nicki Minaj's vaccine tweet saying Black people are not the problem when it comes to vaccines, but rather white conservatives on Minaj. So with that being said, I feel like, Nicki said what she said, period. She had every right to say what she said. Many people have been speaking out about their personal views or opinions, whichever way it goes, with how they feel about the situation. Now, just because Nicki is on a large platform, I do not feel like that should exempt her from expressing any thoughts or concerns that she may have. She still is a human being, one in which who is entitled to an opinion, period. Now, whether or not Joy liked the opinion she had, that's Joy's business, but she just gonna have to go sleep on that one because Nicki said what she said, period. Joy, clearly, based on the tone of how she came at Nicki, she is a person who do not have concerns with the jab. That is her personal business. And she has that right to feel comfortable with it, just as Nicki Minaj has the right to not feel comfortable with it for the reasons that she has expressed. So Nicki did go on to her socials, I believe it was yesterday, expressing that her Twitter account was locked. I don't follow Nicki on Twitter, so I cannot vouch for that to say if whether or not I saw that, suddenly her Twitter, wasn't active or whatever. It's not really a social that I really use, but I have seen that some have questioned if whether or not it was really locked. So I have another article I found that I want to share pertaining to the situation with Nicki Minaj and whether or not, Nicki Minaj truly have concerns about the jab, or is it a way to deflect? Let me see if I can find that article that I found. Okay. I'll go back to that. I have this article I'm going to share. It says Nicki Minaj slams White House for saying she wasn't invited to visit. Do you all think I would lie? So again, there's some people kind of putting out there that, Nicki is capping, she wasn't invited to the White House. Sis is just doing the most right now just to try to get the attention off of the things that's going on, such as the situation with her husband, Kenneth Petty, and those charges that I believe he recently pled guilty to. So let me share this article with you all. It reads, so this is on msn.com. Nicki Minaj slams White House for saying she wasn't invited to visit. Do you all think I would lie? So remember before I said that I came across an article where they were saying they offered for her to speak with a doctor, I guess, at the White House. So she's saying, no, I was invited to the White House. So let's get into this article. Nicki Minaj is furious. The rapper went on Instagram. Let me add, looks like this article was put out 8 hours ago. So it says Nicki Minaj is furious. The rapper went on Instagram live to vent in a 14-minute rant Wednesday, September 14th, after the White House denied her claim that she was invited there to discuss the COVID-19 vaccine after she tweeted unsubstantiated claims about the potential side effects. And then she's quoted, "Do you think I'd go on the internet and lie about being invited to the effing White House? Like what?" Minaj began. "Do you all think I would lie? What?" You know what the request was. "We'd like to offer Nicki an invitation to come to the White House to speak with two people," the Trolls rapper said of the call she and her team had with White House reps, noting they said she'd be speaking with Dr. Fauci and Surgeon General Vivek Murthy. "And do you know what I said? I said, well, I'd rather not have to travel. Can we do a live?" And they said they're open to me choosing a platform to do a live, but they have never taken that off the table for me to come to the White House, end quote. She added that she wanted to do a public discussion because it wouldn't feel authentic to her fans otherwise, and that she was worried they think she was trying to sell them on the jab. Minaj added that everyone on the call agreed with her line of thinking. According to the rapper, things went sideways about 3 hours after the call, after she had tweeted to tell fans she had been invited to the White House. Wow. She said they got back on the phone with the management and my publicist and said they weren't too happy about me letting people know I was going there, Minaj alleged. "Anyway, do you guys think I would make that up?" A White House official told Billboard of Minaj's claim she was invited. "As we have with others, we offered a call with Nicki Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she has about the safety and effectiveness of the jab." Wow. That's crazy. Like, really, like, what y'all, who capping? Y'all think the White House capping or Nicki capping? I think the White House capping. I don't know why or what what would be the big deal with them not wanting it to be out that they invited her to the White House? I mean, so what? A lot of people have gotten invited to the White House. So I'm not really understanding why it would be something that they feel they need to kind of lie about. Like, what's the big deal? This is a big celebrity who's expressed concerns on a large platform. She has like millions, I don't even know what, 22 plus millions of followers on her social media platforms. So to me, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be a far-fetched idea for the White House to offer an invitation for her to come there, for them to speak with her. But for them to kind of backpedal and be like, no, we just said, we'll give her a phone call. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And as Nicki said, like, why would she get out there and just lie? Like make something like that up. So I believe Nicki in this situation. Y'all can let me know what your thoughts are. Who do you believe? I believe Nicki, period. I'm not a Barb, but with this whole situation, I'm kind of rocking with Nicki as far as the corner of her being, I believe that she has every right to voice her opinion, which I believe that is what she did. She didn't tell people what to do. She encouraged people to stay safe. She's just saying, hey, here, I'm kind of hesitant. These are concerns that I have. I'm hearing that my folks back home, taking it didn't quite work out for them. So now I'm kind of rethinking this thing. Like, I think there's nothing wrong with her feeling the way she feels. She's entitled to that. I am happy to hear that she did come out and defend herself, when she seen that the White House were like, nah, sis lying, we didn't invite her. Like, she came out and spoke on and was like, no, y'all a whole lie. This is how it went down. So, I mean, it's just a mess. It's crazy, there's with everything that's going on, you just wouldn't think that, okay, this would be a big thing with the Lighthouse saying, okay, Nicki Minaj lying about coming to the White House. So, as far as with her social media account being shut down, like I said, I can't verify that. Let me type in and see if that's see what the internet has to say. Locked out of Twitter. So let me see. Because I heard her live when she was talking about being locked out. But then it's kind of like I heard something where like, well, no, she wasn't. So let me see. Here's a article. Okay, so let me share this one. We'll get into this one because I'm not quite sure what the deal was with the whole Twitter account. But she had said that she was in quote unquote Twitter jail. So let's see what this says. Nicki Minaj told her 157 million followers on Instagram that she was locked in Twitter jail. Twitter denies it. Lord. Okay, so this 4 hours ago. What site we're on? We're on msn.com. Geez. So Nicki Minaj claims she was in Twitter jail after tweeting about the jab vaccine. Minaj shared a story about her cousin's friend in Trinidad who claimed he had a bad reaction to the jab. The rapper also says she was invited to the White House. However, the White House claims she was only offered a phone call. Rapper Nicki Minaj, who has been criticized recently for her claims on social media about the jab, says she was in Twitter jail because of a recent post. Minaj on Wednesday posted to her 157 million Instagram followers claiming that she was unable to tweet after the social media company, quote unquote, didn't like what she was saying. The rapper, who originally took on Twitter to explain she did not attend Monday Met Gala because she was hesitant about getting the jab against the V, a requirement for the fundraiser, started tweeting misinformation related to the vaccine after saying that a friend of her cousin in Trinidad became impotent after getting the jab and was left with swollen testicles and a ruined marriage. Minaj claimed on Instagram she was in Twitter jail over the post, but the tech giant denies that because Minaj's tweet was a personal anecdote, it didn't violate the company's rules, a spokesperson told Insider. Twitter policy states that for content related to the jab to be considered violative under the policy, it must advance a claim of fact expressed in definitive terms, and personal anecdotes or first-person accounts are not violations. Minaj also tweeted that she was invited to the White House to speak to officials about the jab. A White House official told the Bloomberg reporter Minaj was only offered a phone call. So Jennifer Epstein, this person tweeted, as we have with others, we offer a call with Nicki Minaj and one of our doctors to answer questions she has about the safety and effectiveness of the jab, a White House official says. So then looks like Nicki Minaj says, the White House has invited me and I think it's a step in the right direction. Yes, I'm going. I'll be dressed in all pink, like Legally Blonde, so they can know I mean business. I'll ask questions on behalf of the people who have been made fun of for simply being human. Hashtag Ballgate Day 3. So Minaj later went live on her Instagram on Wednesday to defend her position, saying, do y'all think I would go on the internet and lie about being invited to the effing White House? This is crazy. So now Nicki just out here just lying. Like, it's like, what the heck? Like, first, okay, the White House were like, no, man, we didn't invite you, but we did offer a phone call. And then Twitter's like, sis, we didn't lock you out. What are you talking about? Like, it's crazy. Like, it has Nicki just looking suspect out here in these streets, but I don't know, I don't know. As far as with the White House situation, I believe they did invite her. I mean, she went out on her platform, I don't see why she would do that, only for them to, when they could easily come back and be like, no, we didn't say that. I think the White House lied in that situation. As far as her Twitter account situation, I don't know. They might have maybe was messing with it, where kind of like, okay, they didn't, I don't know. They might was taunting her with it, with kind of enabling it, then activating it. So I don't know with that, because like I said, I don't really use Twitter really, and I don't follow her. So I can't really co-sign whether or not, okay, I seen that account active or not. That's why I asked, if any of you who have or are able to, please drop it in the comments. But it all just seems just real, suspect as far as with everything that she's saying. Like, there's people that's coming out saying, oh no, this is, it didn't happen that way. So it's just like, okay, wish this just pulling all of this out of thin air. One thing I can say that I haven't known for Nicki to do just over the years that, I've just been hearing about her just in the industry, is just outright lying about stuff. So for now, fast forward today, everything that she's saying just to be lies, like something just don't seem right to me. And I just feel like Nicki is bold enough and she's talking about some things and people are trying to shut her up. So they're just trying to make her look crazy out here in these streets, and questioning, just, having her credibility questioned. But I mean, I think that she got enough followers to where collectively, I think people believe probably Nicki Minaj more so than this government of ours. So I think she does have that on her side, because I think most people who probably are familiar with Nicki Minaj or do follow her, they not just looking at her as just out here lying. I think they're more so probably side guiding, because we have seen where Twitter have silenced some people. Like, we know that's a whole thing right now. That's why I'm on here using code words and not saying certain things, just even on YouTube, because we're in a climate right now where you can be silenced by just speaking on certain things that the powers that be may not want us to speak on. So you have to try to find different type of ways to say what you really want to say, in hopes that you have, smart listeners that can read between the lines to know, the real deal of, what you're talking about. It's a sad, reality of our situation, but it is what it is. Nicki, I get the sense she's going to continue, Nicki going to continue to be Nicki, and she's going to continue to say and do whatever she wants. So it all, we'll see it, on the internet, or me or some other content creators will be talking about it. But I'm happy that she did speak out. And I hope, I did read that she talked about that, or not. I didn't read it. When I caught some of her lives, I had listened to some of it, and she talked about there were other celebrities out there who actually have like similar concerns that she had, but they're afraid to speak on it. And she's saying, seeing what's happened with her, she's not surprised that they're afraid to speak on it. Trucker, my at 44, freedom of speech is dead. Oh yes, it's been dead. It's long gone. It's sad. But it's the way it is. And as we're seeing, even with Nicki Minaj, whether you're a celebrity or not, it's like nobody's exempt from it. And I did hear Nicki when I called. I don't know if any of you listened to that live. I don't know if it was, I think it might have been yesterday. I listened to some of it, but she said there were other people like in the industry, like who have concerns, but they're just afraid to speak out. And we see what's happened with her, and she spoke out. Look how many followers that, like, she's one of the big ones, in the industry, definitely within the Black industry, as far as with entertainment, that's really, doing something that has sorry, my phone interrupted, but she's one of the, the big names out there. So if she can't even speak out, like, some of the other people who might got 1 million, 2 million followers ain't gonna try to speak out and say something. So, and I think I feel like that's just it's a what do you call it? Fear mongering, where the world, I just feel like fear is something that's just been planted in us when it comes to just different things in this world, like in the way of which maybe the government or the powers that be wants us to move collectively. I think that in order to get us to move in the direction that they're wanting us to, they're doing it through fear tactics. Like showing, disturbing things on the news. This person's, these people in the hospital. This is happening to kids, like all of that. And we have to be smart enough to kind of see it for what it is and do our own research to see if things are as serious as it's being painted to be, or is there some other things or reasoning behind some of the things that may be taking place other than maybe a reasoning that's been pushed out there. All I'm saying is, people, we have to dig deeper and do our own research and not just be so surface level. Let me see. Trucker Ma, you said they silenced the sitting president. Anybody can get it. Oh, yes, anybody can definitely get it. Like, anybody can get it. That's why we just got to do our own due diligence, do our own research. Don't go off of what someone's saying. Listen to one another. Nicki shared an experience from back home, things like that. Hear other people's stories, because a lot of these stories that we may hear within our community is not being made onto the news. So the news is going to control and put out there what they want to put out there. that which doesn't always equate to what's really going down. And with that being said, we have to be smart enough to recognize that, to see that, okay, well, they're putting this out, but I know better because people that I trusted have shared other information to me that may go against what it is that that news platform may be pushing out. So we just have to be free thinkers. And I just feel like with the way the world is going collectively, like that's not how the powers that be want us to be. They want us to be more of like sheep led, where, okay, you think what we you think how we want you to think, basically. Like the whole idea of having a mind of your own and forming your own thoughts and opinions, oh no, that's gone out the window. Because right now, just by simply, as Nicki was saying on that live, just by simply, sharing an opinion, having a thought, like, you're shunned, you're outcast. It's almost like, how dare you think differently? And I've even seen it just even within just our Black community on other platforms by other content creators. If you don't share the same beliefs as them, it's like there's just you're frowned upon, you're looked down as being less than. And I just feel like we should all be able to move and think how we choose and not be ridiculed or judged for it. And I feel like with today's time and with the pandemic and all that, I don't feel like that's any different than any other times prior to us knowing what the 19 was. Like, we've been able to move, however we wanted to move when it came to what we wanted to do with our bodies and things like that. So I don't see why now has to be any different. Like, what's the difference? It's still freedom of choice. When did we start moving away from that? Regardless of what's going on in this world, the freedom of choice should be something that should always just be, something that's just a given. And now many people, including myself, feel like, that's just not even an option anymore. It's like, if you're not going in the direction that the powers that be or the government may want you to go in, then there's a problem. And now you're considered someone who wants to go against the grain, so you're a whole problem that needs to be dealt with. And I feel like that's how they're looking at Nicki, like, okay, Nicki, you're not trying to play by the rules, so we need to silence you. I feel like that's exactly what they're trying to do with her. It will be interesting to see as time goes on if we see anything else take place to where it looks like there's people trying to silence her or go against her as a result of her speaking out. Because we all have seen this before. When somebody get bold enough to speak out, next thing you know, things start happening with them, with that person's life, and you're like, wow, and you're thinking or trying to connect it to something that, where you're like, I remember when they made these people mad, so maybe this was their way of retaliating. Like, that's a real thing. So I'm definitely going to keep my eyes open as far as when it comes to Nicki Minaj and how she's moving and the energies that are coming for her as a result of the fact that she did speak out in the manner in which she did. Like I said, I don't feel like Nicki's done talking. She definitely just don't have that type of energy where you can just kind of silence her or tell her what to do. But now since the White House, claimed they offered a phone call and all this and that, it'll be interesting to see if that phone call takes place and how that goes. Because now it's just like, what is the energy going to be like to have a phone call with someone following them coming out saying that you lied on them? Like, that got to be awkward. Like, how do you come back from that? Like, okay, you just lied on me. Now we're supposed to sit on the phone and just shoot the breeze. Like, how does that work? So that's going to be interesting to see how they navigate through that situation. But it's a mess. I hope that other people will follow suit, as far as like Nicki on large platforms who maybe do have a reservation to speak out on platforms. Because so far I've only seen, celebrities use their popularity with kind of being more of in support of it. Or, have we seen, some celebrities, remake old songs like Juvenile remade their Backs That Thing Up. If you guys have heard that, or you can kind of look that up. But the song Back That Thing Up, Juvenile, he remade that one. So you can check that one out. It's I don't know what to say, but go ahead. If you haven't listening to that, go research that. You should be able to find that on the internet, or somebody might have it on YouTube. You can probably check out Tariq Nasheed's page. I think I had heard it on one of his lives, but you have to try to figure out which one of his videos is on, because he usually have long live streams. But it's out there. I'm sure if you Google it, but it's the rapper Juvenile's remix of Back That Thing Up. And I think they call it Vax That Thing Up or something like that. So check that out. But Nicki's like I said, the first celebrity where I've seen kind of speak out on it more on an opposing side. And I definitely don't believe that she's the only one who feels this way, because collectively, as far as of the different cultural groups, Black people in the larger numbers are the ones that are kind of like giving the the jab, the Heisman. So there's a reason why that is. So, we can't ignore history and, the reasons or hesitations that people do have. Trucker says Juvie is a sellout for that. Yeah, it was an entire mess, but I'm like, okay, when the last time we heard him? I guess he needed a check. So I'm pretty sure he got him a little check for that. But did you guys know? So someone sent me today. Did you guys know that Amazon was okay? So I know someone who works for Amazon, and they sent me a text today. They were like, hey, Amazon is allowing for people who, so first of all, they allow for you to get the jab at work on site. So they have a whole little clinic area to where you can do your testing, get the jab, all of that. One-stop shop. So that's kind of been in place, for the most part of this year. So now they're offering, I guess, if you have the jab, each month you can get entered into a drawing. And in the drawing, this month they pulled 3 names, and the prize is $100,000. Yes, it's $100,000. So, and this is going to take place every month. I don't know how long they're going to do it, but it's going to be an ongoing thing. So this is their way to incentivize their employees to get the jab. You get $100,000. Let me see if I can find that, because like I said, somebody who works there sent me a text. I'm gonna see if it's on the internet, so I can see if I can find something to share. $100,000 giveaway. Let me see if I can find something online to share with you, because they sent me a text about it. But I just thought it was crazy. Like, it makes you wonder, like, for the vaccination, it makes you wonder, like, wow, what's so special about, the jab to where they're willing to give away money just for their employees to get it. Let me see. I'm still trying to find a giveaway to employees. But I forgot about that. But I thought it was crazy. So imagine how many people will be, I guess, trying to get it just for that reason alone. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. To me, it's like the more money that I hear put onto this whole situation, the more disturbing it sounds to me. Winners take home. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find it on the internet, because like I said, it was someone who was employed there. who sent it to me. So I'm just trying to see if I can find an article of it, if it's kind of made the actual, if it actually made the actual internet yet. It seemed like it should, because, Amazon's a big company. So I'm just trying to find it because I want to try to show it to you or see what exactly they're saying about it. Let me see. Amazon does drawing for Levex. Because I'm not seeing it just yet. So let me do this. I'm going to let me send myself forward this text because I'll show you what was sent to me. I'll show you. I just emailed it to myself. So I'll show you what was sent to me. But I'm not finding it just yet. They're on my search on the internet. But I want you just to see, what was said, or what the image as far as with that the Amazon giveaway, so you can see what I'm talking about. But I'm like, wow, like I've heard of companies trying to, I've heard of someone working in a hospital. They were offering the employees like $500. I've heard of another employer offering employees like, okay, so let me share my screen. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so let me share my screen. But this is what they sent me, and they work at Amazon. So I don't know if it just hasn't hit really the internet just yet, but I want to show you guys. Okay, so this is what they sent me. Winners take home $100K for each getting vaccinated. So this is for Amazon. This is a picture taken of an Amazon employee. Like I said, the person who sent it to me, they work for Amazon, and they were like, this is what they're doing for the employees. There were 3 winners, and this is going to take place every month. This is going to take place every month, but they didn't indicate, for until when. But as we see, this is dated September 13th, and this is one of 3 people that won. So I'm taking it through all 3, take home $100K each, and they're going to keep doing it a month. So how many people y'all think is going to sign up for it, with this type of incentive? So you already see what this person looked like. What they say, money is the root of all evil. Crazy. Trucker says something is in it. Nothing is free, not inhalers or cancer meds. Listen, crazy. Hey, Brittany, welcome. Yeah, so research that again. Like, this is Amazon. So so far when I was I was trying to do a quick search to see if I seen anything that hit the actual news pertaining to it. So I haven't come across it yet, but this person, when they went into work today, this is what they learned. So it might not have hit the internet just yet or whatever, but like I said, they work at Amazon. They've been there for a while. And when they went to their shift today, they sent me this text and was like, yo, check this out. And I was just floored. Like, wow. Like, to me, it makes it that much more obvious that there's something up with this. Like, who does this? Like, we ain't been doing this for any other thing, that's out there, but now we giving out 100,000, for 3 employees every month. until what further notice. Is crazy. Like, so as I say, people, we just got to do our research, do our own due diligence, use critical thinking, use common sense. If it if it don't feel right, your gut, if you got a gut feeling that something just ain't right, trust it. That's all you have. And don't let someone make you feel any type of way for doing what you feel is best for you with whatever you choose to do. That's anybody in any way that you choose to go. Because ultimately it's your life and it's your decision. And I just wish that collectively that was just the message that we got from the government, period. Your choice, your life, your choice, just like your body, your choice. What is the difference? You're saying, your body, your choice when it comes to having a baby. So I'm confused with why we can't apply that same logic to something like this. Like, why does it have to stop there? Brittany Davis said, wow, that's enough to change someone's life. Yes. So how many people you think, because clearly to me, this lets me know that, this tells me that if you have to go through these types of deaths to try to get people to take something, that means that people aren't signing up for it in droves enough. Like it's like they're not hitting their numbers. Like, we need to incentivize this thing. And so let's put 100,000 on it, because $500, or remember, a lot of our communities, there were $25 like gift cards, things like that. And, up until now, I'd heard as low as $25 gift cards, and then as high as $1,200 or $500. But 100,000, this was my first time seeing, such a large payout. So this lets me know that there's desperation out there for people in particular. I feel like, our people of the Black community, it's a desperation for us to, get the jab. So they're figuring, okay, let's try to remix these rap songs. They're just pulling out all the stops. And 100,000, like you said, Brittany, that's enough to change somebody's life. So, and you're going to be doing this each month. And then it's crazy. It's sad. It's scary. And, only what your life is valued for. Only you can, if you feel like, okay, my life is worth 100,000, I'm willing to take that chance, then so be it. That's you. I can say that I'm not willing to take that chance for $100,000. Like, I can't think of any price tag, that I would be willing to take a chance for, that's just, not for me. Yeah. More power to you, so that's what's going on at Amazon. They're doing each month a raffle giveaway. So anyone who's got the jab, you're able to be entered into the raffle, and they'll draw the 3 names. On this picture, this is one of the 3 winners for the month, and this is going to take place each month. And I got this information from someone who I know who works for the company today. When they went into work, this is what they learned, and they sent me a text message about it. But like I said, I just tried to find it on the internet, and I couldn't find anything just yet about the Amazon doing the giveaway just yet. So today, I don't know if maybe I have to just continue to do a more thorough search, but you guys can try to look it up. Let me know if you find anything on it. But this is Amazon. And Amazon, like I said, at their facilities, like they have the clinics already there where you can get the jab there on site. You can get tested. Like, they have a whole setup. They've had all that in place since earlier this year. So it's literally like a one-stop shop there if you're interested in getting any of that. So Amazon's like, listen, we got you. If you interested in any of this, we got you over here. But I mean, people, I just say everybody continue to take care of yourselves. Please like, share, subscribe, share the stream, hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. But um, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Do you think Nicki was wrong for voicing her opinion on her large platform? Do you think Nicki was capping about being invited to the White House? Or even do you think she was capping for even, about her Twitter account being closed, or she said in her words she was in Twitter jail? So, let me know what your thoughts are, because I mean, it's an entire mess. Just this whole situation is an entire mess. We're just dealing with the pandemic in general. So if any of you are like me, I've been over it for a minute. I'm tired. I'm tapped out. Calgon, take me away. It's just too much. So everybody just continue to, take care of yourselves, take your vitamins, and, do what you feel is necessary to take care of you and your loved ones. So until the next broadcast, peace.